So, Jamie of the Howes, yet another catch-up and yet another massive, great big victory for you.
There was no
Mate,
big check though.
You've just nearly completed everything in the whole wide world, didn't you?
It was very good. Now, we're going to have a catch-up on, what we having a catch-up on? Tunnel Bar Masters.
The Daiwa Tunnel Bar Masters.
Which is something that, it's mega. You need to do that.
I've never fished it, mate. I'd love to fish it, but then, like, you see the names, you're like, oh dear.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
It's
but you just go for it, don't you?
It's so different in it, because I don't do a lot of festivals, mate. I don't do any white acres ones.
No, you don't actually, do you?
I just do, but that one I make an effort for because it's proper like fishing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've not got to try and blow your peg and win the match or anything like that. It's just dead technical, good. Let me turn my phone on quiet. Dead technical.
So
nice,
it's not like
fishing.
a normal festival in that you rotate the draw, so you'll have the same section and anything like that. You just literally drawing your peg. So
yeah, 3 random draws.
Potentially, you could draw your same peg 3 days running.
Yeah, potentially. A lot of people did. A lot of people do. I know Bagger do same peg twice.
Right,
Dale did. I think there were quite a few others, weren't there? They do same peg twice.
Right, okay.
But and consecutively as well.
Oh, really?
Like, right away. But yeah, that can happen. But I like that because it means that you're not. It doesn't create a group of death that you're stuck with every day. Because we've had that before. We have done that in the past. Tom's run it. Tom at Catch Your Media's done that in that you stay in the same 2 lakes sort of thing and rotate. But now it's just random draw, and I like that.
And how have they worked the sections then? Because that confused me. So some were 5, some were 6, and some were 7.
No, 6 or 7. There was
Is
a
that
couple of
what it
5s when people didn't turn up on the last day.
Oh, right, okay.
But it was 6 or 7 peg sections.
Right, yeah,
But
yeah.
if you're in a 7 peg section, then the bottom 2 both got 6 points.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? There wasn't a 7
yeah.
sort of thing. But you had to, in that sort of event, when you're fishing for smaller sections, I mean 6 and 7 pegs, or 6 pegs, that's your points, you have to win.
Yeah.
So if you're third,
It's hard to pull it back, innit?
yeah, you're not going to win.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There was some
But then
anglers
I suppose that it depends on who you're drawing against, who's up in your section, and like, you know, obviously the quality of the anglers there.
Frightening.
If they're better pegs than anything, it's easily done, isn't it?
Oh, frightening.
So the fact that it was at the top 3, you all no, it was top 4, wasn't it? You all had 3 wins.
It finished with 4
And
of
then
us
it
managed
obviously
3
gone down to
wins at
weight.
the end. But come to that in a minute. But right, so first day, and I embarrassed myself with how good my drawing was. Like, ridiculous.
I don't really know the pegs on Tunnel J, so I always either draw house or extension. That's the only pegs I
You
draw.
would have seen the best peg. The best peg at Tunnel Barn is 15 high.
Why? What makes it so good?
It's on its own. You're on like a point where two arms meet, and you're on the point of it. But then it's not even the finish of a bend. It carries on. It is where
I've never even been
all
up
the
there.
big, clever, uncaught fish live.
Really?
They just live there. It's frightening. It's so good.
So you like proper when you do it?
I ran to it. Well, I drew it last round of the Tunnel Bar Masters last year. Frightening it, and I managed to win the biggest weight off it on the last day. I had 148 pounds or something last day.
Right, okay.
And I'd caught fishing my way with pellets. And I love fishing pellets, we know that. But it's got so many carp in, so you can. And yeah, caught a load. So that was my plan. Went to that one with the plan to just. I had the same plan.
Was it mugging carp?
No,
or
no,
fishing nice for them on the
No,
bottom and
all on the
chopping a
bottom.
few in?
There was a couple of muggers there, but I didn't catch him.
Right.
A lot of fluff.
Oh, you said that about the willow fluff.
Willow fluff is a joke at Tunnel Barn.
Right, okay.
So mugging was I just didn't bother.
Yeah.
Set one up, never bothered. And I planned to fish pellets on that because you've got 2 islands, one there, then a big gap, and then another island that runs this way.
How wide are they?
14 metres and 14 and a half and 14.
Oh, perfect then.
Tight to the bank. Comfy,
Nice.
but awkward. Do you know, it feels
the
nice.
angles that you're at, you mean?
Bugger of an angle, yeah.
Right,
And dead hard for ship. It is so awkward.
Because you're on a
bag.
point, you haven't got banking behind you then.
And you've got like a person sat
Kingfisher.
there. It's Kingfisher.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Person sat there and you.
Oh, right, okay. So you
It
can,
is
like,
really awkward.
give
It's
him one of
solid, but awkward behind you. But anyway,
Yeah.
so fish pellets to me left, same as last time. Cut me all out. Spent half an hour at the start of the match. Cut me all out on far bank because it didn't exist.
Them bladey things.
When I sat there, it didn't
Really
exist.
nervous.
It was all overcut.
Right,
And by the
okay.
time I'd finished, just carried on, cutting away with Lee's cutters, all 3 different types. I could touch the mud and I could find that, it was just amazing. So I started there, caught £50. First hour, probably a bit more.
Did you really?
It was a joke.
What, just tapping pellets in, Jay?
Yeah, just tapping like 30 pellets in. Cattying didn't really work. Lots of bites, didn't catch many of my floats just doing that. And I'm just lifting, and then one's on.
How often is that as well? I'm going to go back to you when you're cutting that edge and everything like that, or trimming your bushes if you like. How often is it? It's often the best place because fish aren't used to going there, feeding there.
Yeah.
So it's something new, like that kind
been
of
caught
bottom
there,
form.
haven't they?
Oh,
It was
mate, it's
just
amazing,
amazing.
isn't it?
But yeah, caught a load there, caught a load of carp. And then it went a bit weird, I stopped catching there. And I
F1's mixed in as well, or was it?
Yeah,
mainly
I had
right,
lots of
okay.
F1s that day, but lots of these like 4 or 5 pound uncaught ones. Fed line shallow in front of me. I think I had 1 skimmer, 1 F1 on that. 1 quick go, but I've not spent any time there.
Like casters or maggots?
Just maggots there.
Right, okay.
Didn't fish that though. But then my right-hand bank, I planned to fish casters, and I'd pinged a few casters there. But when I fished it last year, it had a big weed bed. This year it didn't. That weed bed's been cut back.
Right.
So I had bank, but it was nasty bank. It was there was a willow tree right behind it.
Right.
So
okay.
it was that deep tight to the bank, but you couldn't put your rig in. It was horrible.
Because like roots
There was a few tentacles sticking out. Right. So I fed casters there, and I thought, I'm not liking that. It's too messy. So after about 10 feeds of casters, I thought, I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to feed pellets in instead in an hour. So I left it and swapped that to pellets once my left-hand one died. And that one was a joke.
Was it really?
Like, unreal. I went on it, it was a bit messy because I kept trying to get too far back. I had a shout to myself, left it, replumbed it that foot much further off, where it was about 3.5 foot, and stopped feeding with the cat in. I went over there, rattled like 40 in, sat there, and it went straight under with an 8-pounder. And I must have had a spell when I caught 50, 60 pound in 45 minutes or something, just dropping it in, and it was done with these.
So you didn't get any angry ones that tried to take you in their tree?
Absolutely mental.
Oh, so
but they didn't go in the roots, they just go along.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right along this bank where they don't get caught. But anyway, I had a lovely day fishing those two lines. I caught 171 pound-ish,
yeah,
72 pound, and that won a match. Mega start. But it's such an unfair one, that, because that peg, it's just a joke how good it is.
But someone's got to draw it, Jay lad. Might as well be you, mate, isn't it? You know what I mean?
But anyway, that won. That actually won biggest weight of the week as well, which is a nice 1,200 quid.
Is that what you get for biggest weight?
Oh, just daft. I won 2 grand on that day.
That's ridiculous.
Like a joke, because I've won the match. You pay 600 quid for the match, biggest weight of the week, and you get your section, and you get your lake thing as well. There's the money to be won at that event.
Mate,
is ridiculous.
Bloody hell, Jay.
There's so many other prizes. But anyway, so that brilliant day, first day. Second day, again, I've drawn 29 extension, which is the top end of extension.
Yeah, I know.
Not the best because there's no cover.
Yeah.
But again, all the carp live down that end. That's where the carp want to be. They've always lived at that. Massively snaggy, loads of roots on the far bank. I'm actually at the end of the island.
Yeah.
And then the pegs go round, but Tom's took one of them pegs out because it is the poorest area of the tunnel often. 30, what am I on? 29, 30, 31, 30, 33, because they've got no far bank or anything because they're against the. So he took that out because there's a couple of no-shows. So next one is 37, but he's still like opposite me. So I've got all this open water, but the fish want to burn the island. But anyway, same again, pellets across, pinging pellets across in that. Caught a few in that as well.
There, or are you fishing
shallow? All on the bottom, just pinging fishing 4 mils.
Yeah.
And it's been solid again. I've had 120, what did I have that day? 123 or 127? 123 I'm going to say. 123 because Powell beat me with 127.
What, for the match win?
For the lake win.
Oh, right, okay. But you won your section, obviously.
Won my section, that one. Same again, every single fish I caught apart from 2 down that edge, 1 on my top kit and 1 there, everything across on pellet.
So obviously you know where your sections are before you get fishing?
Yeah, of course you do.
Right, okay. Yeah,
so my section was 23 to 39.
Could you see the power then? Yeah, obviously you knew.
Power's in the next section, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Okay.
I'm not bothered about winning the lake. All you want to do is win your
section.
6 or 7 peg section. So I was really happy. I think I won that section, £77 was second on that one. And then the last day I drew, I didn't draw a dodgy one. I've drawn 27 on new, which I draw there all the time. It's a canal section in new on the back side with your back to the road, and it's in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I think Jack Danby had won section the day before off that peg, but only like £45. So I was like, do you know what I mean?
So are you in with all the anglers on that straight then?
You're in with 31, that's probably best peg in section when the F1s feed.
That's that. Yeah.
And I'm on all of that straight. I'm just round to peg 19, I'm not a fan of 19.
Right, that's like a little dead narrow there, isn't it? Is that the
No, 19's open water and you got pots.
Oh, right.
Great in the winter when you want to be in deep water.
Yeah.
But this time of year when you need shallow water, 19 and 21 are probably the worst 2 pegs. And they were all week, that was the worst area of the lake. The canal where I was, there's loads of cover. And because it's like this, red dot, they were spawning like mad to be fair.
Isn't it? It's like,
not silly. No, not silly.
16 metres. You're not 16.
It were, it was uncomfy on my dolly butt. So 14 and a half on my dolly butt was like just uncomfy, so I put another section on.
Yeah.
So it's probably about 15 and a bit. Tight to the far bank, but same again. Fish pellets across. I got lucky that day. No, I did catapult, but it messed it. I probably had 10 fish across on pellet. I've probably mugged 4 or 5 for probably £40. Big, massive, ugly ones.
Big old ones.
And then I caught some down the edge on micros and ground bait. But I got lucky. Do you know what I mean? I got lucky with some big fish and I weighed 113 that day. Luckily, Bagger had took it out that day. He'd had 160. He'd won the match that day. And it was me and Bagger that were pretty much tied for the festival. I've just got lucky that I'd drawn that peg on the first day and caught a big weight.
Oh, mate, amazing.
So we managed to sneak it, but that's
phenomenal. So that's the second time you've won it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Mum. Second time we've had that one. Very nice one, isn't it?
Mate, it's amazing. We have to do it. But
it's one that we proper tried for. But this tunnel was different this year. and it proper suited me because there was no shallow fishing. Very little shallow fishing.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Hey up.
we're getting bombed
Go on, the little pairs.
from the conkers. They're flying everywhere,
I know
aren't they?
they are.
So yeah,
Right, okay. So those, obviously because of the conditions, it was like...
yeah, and they're
right,
just
aren't
we're
they?
getting proper bombed here. They're sick of maggots and casters and all that because they're getting so many. And the F1s are spawning, so it's sort of... I definitely got lucky drawing 3 pegs that the carp live in.
Don't
Right.
think you can call it look love.
No, but it is.
You know what I mean?
It is with that because it suited my... Instead of me having to fish worms and casters the same as everyone else,
Yeah.
well, it's very hard to stand out
Yeah,
because it is. It just is.
yeah.
I drew 3 pegs that loads of carp live on.
It's just
Massive.
your record, mate. It's just like one year to the next. We always said the same, don't we, Rich? Like, he's qualified again. He's done this again. He's just
It's only...
just relentless,
It's
man,
not,
isn't it?
though, is it? It's
that,
just
you know,
going.
that energy drink, Rich, not Monster, Relentless. That's named after you. That is you in a can, J lad.
It's me in a draw bag.
You're
That's
like,
what
by the end
relentless
of this
is.
year, mate, you've completed fishing. You've got one more big one to qualify for, and that's it. Done, dusted.
No.
Retire.
We'll
so
see.
you're going to take Richard's job. Richard's going to be sat there, and you can train us up. How's that, Richard?
Is that plan?
Yes, that's the plan.
The quality will massively go down with me behind the cameras.
I don't know, Rich will treat you up well. Well, you're not seeing the fishing side of it, mate.
No. But I've got to give it a shout for how well it is, how well it's run and all of that, because
Yeah.
it's just lovely, isn't it? Dead easy. You rock up every morning, there's a roll, it's just... Whoa!
Perfect.
Right
mate.
off me out, that
You are, J lad.
Hey!
Oh, mate.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it does sound well. We'll have to get me self on it.
The live coverage was
Good
phenomenal.
live coverage from Richard himself.
He
yeah,
was like
absolutely.
Japanese sniper. Everywhere I looked, I could just see this little bloke with a camera.
Did he have his big deeper out?
Oh, no, he had a little sneaky phone,
Did
wasn't he? He's been stealth rich. He's been well behaved rich. the last
Stealth
few
mode.
days. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice. No, well done, J lad. Just ridiculous.
that's been
Awesome, mate.
a lovely one that we look forward to again next year.
Yeah, boy.